In case you're wondering where the haunted headlines have been, well, on a break. Things were a little nuts after the Paranormal Day Paracon, but I've had a few weeks to sort myself out now, so I'm back. With one small tweak. Instead of Mondays, you'll be able to catch up on haunted headlines, well, whenever I decide to post them. There have been some really good ones lately, though, so let's not waste any more time and let's just get to them. Here are the headlines from May 19th, and they both involve Florida in some way. The first one is from WKMG News 6 and clickorlando.com. Skunk Ape. Here's how Gatorland will enforce social distancing. In addition to encouraging guests to keep 6 feet apart, the social distancing Skunk Ape will also remind people to wash and sanitize their hands. Yeah, that ought to scar a few kids for life. Okay, so the next headline involves a Florida man. That guy sure makes a lot of headlines, doesn't he? Not just haunted ones. Usually they're not haunted, but in this case it is a haunted one. Okay, so a Florida man describes surviving in a haunted house during lockdown. That's kind of becoming a pretty prevalent headline lately as more and more people are opening up about their lockdown and their haunted houses. But Florida man Kurt Schleicher says he's been living in a house where Victor Licata was reported to have murdered his entire family in the 30s, or did he? There's actually more to that story, including some thinking it was a mob hit and Victor was framed. But regardless who did it, Victor's entire family was axed to death in the house. As Screen Geek put it, it certainly seems like the perfect beginnings of a horror movie. Yes, it does. I love when we have a haunted doll headline to share, and this is a good one from the Daily Mail on May 21st. Her socks get dirty when she walks around. Creepy doll that was made to portray vampire child Renesmee in the final Twilight movie may be haunted, museum staff reveal. Apparently, the cast and crew dubbed her Chucky Esme, I'm not sure how to say that, but she was too grotesque to appear in the final movie. She now resides in a case at a museum operated by the Forks Chamber of Commerce, who say sometimes they come in to find the creepy doll has shifted behind her glass walls. So what other explanation could it be than that she's haunted? On May 22nd, Stay Hip reported about TikTok's reality ripple ghost effect. Apparently, people believe it's showing ghosts in their homes because it leaves a color gradient where it detects movement. But there's not always somebody there when it happens. So what's moving? Again, it must be ghosts, right? The next two haunted headlines appeared on May 23rd. The first is from the New York Post. Bigfoot found doing yoga in a California home and playing a ukulele and baking cookies, among other things. If I could afford to buy it, I'd definitely buy Bigfoot's home. This next one is about one of the most iconic horror movies ever, The Shining at 40. Will we ever fully understand what it all means? I don't know, but, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one still trying to figure out certain scenes. 40 years? Really? Holy shit. This movie has been puzzling me that long. That puts things in perspective. Talk about a haunting movie. Also, if anyone can explain to me that bear scene... Oh, wait. Google, duh. Maybe that'll help put to rest one torment. Yep. And if I'd thought to do it sooner, I could have saved myself 4 years, so only 36 years being tormented. In 2016, No Film School published why that bear performed fellatio on that guy in The Shining. So I wasn't the only one perplexed by that scene. Or who also found it a what the fuck moment. Okay, we'll end with a headline from May 24th. Remember that Florida man surviving his haunted house during lockdown? Yeah, well, his story is good, but this one takes it to a whole new level. Bolivian orchestra stranded in haunted German castle surrounded by wolves during pandemic. In my opinion, as far as places you could get stranded, I think you could do worse than Germany's Rheinsberg Palace. Or could you? Well, I think a haunted castle in the middle of a beautiful forest sounds pretty fabulous. But as the Cut put it, at least you're not trapped in a haunted castle surrounded by wolves. It's all in how you look at it, right? Stranded sounds a little bit more romantic to me. Trapped definitely sounds scarier. Speaking of sounds, do the wolves howl? The orchestra has been practicing, so their melodies fill the palace. Do the wolves appreciate it? Do they join in? And what about the ghosts? They may be the real winners in all of this because they could do worse than having an entire orchestra get stranded within their walls or with them. And with that, we're done. As always, thank you for the privilege of your eyeballs. Until our paths cross again, ciao for now.